responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a fourth down coming up. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 42 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead.
So that a very nice-looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday, and he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked when the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake. Allen.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To the air, Allen. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Moore, the motion man right. On play action, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, it's Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Cook up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
No good. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Allen throwing deep here for Coleman. And that's caught inside the 35. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Allen. And this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And again, it's Allen. He's going to look deep for more. And, that will go right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And that is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Now Cook running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Allen to the right side, and he's got more complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 20-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead.
Bills 22, Bills 3. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Here's Bass now to send it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Allen going to audible to a different look.
And the Bills
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Quick slant to Shakir.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Now Allen again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
9 yards. It's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Allen.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Forced out to his left. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says, go for it, you actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window, 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
Second and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bills send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On play action, Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Allen off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Buffalo.
Allen now looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. One final try here for Allen.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap, been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
At the 42-yard line.
Got it to Bell on the out route.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Allen going to throw.
Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage to 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Allen to throw once more.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
When a defense blitzes like that, they're trying to cause chaos, but the quarterback, he was as calm as could be. He saw the blitz and got it out of his hand quickly to pick up the 1st.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Sliding out of the pocket. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Long story, it's a lot. Now my circle's so small that it's closer to a dot. They thought I was repping Rape Street. I'm turning up the watch, speeding up the clip.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Allen in the offense staying put. They'll go for it on 4th. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Yards. That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. And this is caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.